I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. It was Billsgiving as the Bills come away with a victory versus the Detroit Lions. And hats off to the Lions because they played a really good game. And coming in on a 3-game winning streak, we are expecting nothing else. And those guys really show a lot of heart and a lot of ability that it's great to see in Detroit because they haven't had a good team for several years, and hopefully they can keep growing on that as an NFC team. We can root for NFC teams to get better until the Super Bowl, knock on wood. Anyway, the Bills do look really good in a dome. They've done it twice. Obviously, our kicker kicks well in a dome, kicking the game-winning field goal. And looked like the Bills knew he could make that long field goal with 2 running plays before the field goal to just set it up and to get it as closer as possible instead of trying to actually make an effort to move forward to get an even better location. So happy with what the Bills did, and especially because they have only one full practice in 10 days. With the snowstorm, the illness that came over the team, and having shortened week here for Thanksgiving, they weren't able to get a full practice in. So they had one full practice in 10 days. And to be able to win 2 games with only one practice to prepare for those games, I'm proud with what the Bills were able to do. They have got a lot of injuries on the team, and that's where you get that next man up mentality. And with Edmonds out, AJ Klein, he wasn't on the team 2 weeks ago. Obviously, he was on the team last year. They bring him back, and he had a good game. I really like the way AJ Klein played in the game, and it's good to know now that if Edmonds or Milano do go down, that we have Klein to come in as a backup to play. As Dotson, I like Dotson, but last week he didn't have the greatest game, let's say. He did have a good game, but I think AJ Klein stepped up a little and played a little better than what Dotson would have in this game. Also, on the offensive line, when Dion Dawkins went down, David Quisenberry stepped up and took his role. And I think we underestimate how big of a role David Quisenberry plays on the team, as he has played right guard, right tackle, left guard, and left tackle during the course of the season. It's great to have a guy that can come in off the bench and perform for us as a team in any position on the offensive line. I don't think he can snap, but he plays 4 of the 5 positions on the offensive line. So great to have him in there. Defensive ends, injuries are stacking up with Von Miller getting an injury during this game, and reports are today that he could be out 7 to 10 days with a meniscus problem in his knee. And praying for Von. Hopefully he can turn it around and continue playing. But it's sort of a week-to-week situation with Von. And Gregory Rousseau still out. AJ Epinesa out this week. So we were down to like Shaq Lawson and Boogie Basham and Love coming in off the practice squad to rush his defensive ends. And next man up, I guess, but at some point you run out of men. And hopefully those guys with all those injuries will be able to come back and play as defensive end. Is the position that's really hurting right now on the Bills roster. The Trey White, it was fantastic to see him back. As we talk about the next man up, it's good to have him back on the field 1 year from his ACL tear on Thanksgiving. To have him back out there, he was on a pitch count. He played 15 snaps around there, and I don't think they threw at him, and probably smart of them not to. But it would have been great to have seen Trey White get an interception in that game as his first game back. But, he may have to be the person that's the next man stepped up, because the Bills just let us know that Christian Benford got an injury during the game. He apparently has an oblique problem he is dealing with, and that means that we're down a corner. And not bad to be down a corner if you got Trey White coming in. So hopefully Trey can get more plays this game, and Kaiir Elam came off the bench this last game. He had been dealing with an ankle problem, so I think they were going with Benford. But now to see Elam coming in too. So the one player I would like to see get more snaps during games is James Cook. I thought he played well against Cleveland. He got 86 yards rushing. And, they made Singletary more of a workhorse in this game as far as the running game. And I would have liked to have seen Cook get the ball more than he did. So that's just one thing that might be needed to be addressed. On the good side, the 2-minute drill for the Bills looks really good. I mean, Josh Allen, when he needs to move the team down the field in clutch situations, I know he had the interception at the end of the Minnesota Vikings game in overtime, but he also moved him down the field in regulation to tie that game. And in this game, he moved him down the field with 23 seconds left. He moved him down the field with a great pass to Stephon Diggs and set him up for the game-winning field goal, which Tyler Bass had missed an extra point earlier in the game, which really changed the whole focus of the game. I think the Detroit Lions kicked the field goal with 4th and 1. They would have gone for it if they had to get a touchdown. Who knows what could have happened? They might have gone down and scored a touchdown, and then Bills would have only had a few seconds left to try to win the game. So you never know just how the game plays itself out. But it played out well for the Bills as they had enough time left to move down the field in 23 seconds and kick the game-winning field goal. Big props to Ed Oliver. What a game he had, getting that safety. I believe he caused a fumble as well, and he was in their backfield the whole entire game. I think one of the reasons that he is because Detroit Lions had to play both of their backup guards. They didn't have either of their starting guards in the game. But as I just got done telling you with the Bills, you got to use the next man up. And Ed Oliver, he didn't put who was playing on the other side of the ball out on the field. He just took advantage of who was on the other side of the ball. And he had a fantastic game, and we needed him to step up with those defensive end problems or injuries that we currently have. But Ed played a fantastic game. Should have got a turkey leg after the game. And I don't know why he didn't get a game ball from Sean McDermott after the game, because that's how good of a game he had. Just go check out his stats. He really played really well. And hope Ed Oliver can keep that up. Now we go on to the Patriots. Obviously a big game each and every year as we play the New England Patriots, as we have to go to New England and play. And hopefully some of these injuries will be better. We only have until next Thursday. We don't get the longer week going into Sunday, as the Patriots played on Thanksgiving as well. So I guess they put both teams to have an equal weight here of this Thursday's game to play each other. We're going to go up to New England. And the Patriots defense is playing really well. So that's going to be a big task for our team. And hopefully the Bills are up to it. Hopefully they can keep doing some of the things that they've done, as Josh has been taking the checkdowns, and they need to work on that running game still. But it'll be a big game up there in New England. We face the Patriots twice here still going through the end of the season, and we have to beat the Patriots to get where we want to go. So good luck to them, and looking forward to a big week here, Patriots week. But no matter what happens in any game, the biggest thing to always remember is that God loves you, and so do I.